Hi, I'm Manish Vazirani, an analytics specialist at AWS. In this short demo, we will walk through the steps to create your new Amazon Redshift Serverless endpoint and load and analyze sample data. So let's get started. From the Amazon Redshift homepage, click on Try Amazon Redshift Serverless. This brings us to the simplified interface that lets you create your Amazon Redshift Serverless endpoint with literally a single click using default configuration. By default, a dev database will be created and your IAM credentials will be used for the admin user. Data is encrypted at rest by default using AWS owned and managed KMS key. And the network and security settings are defaulted as well to make it easy for you to get started. You can click Customize settings to override these defaults if needed. You can also create and attach a default IAM role with access to the necessary S3 buckets. Okay, so let's click Create and give it a few minutes to spin up our new endpoint. Okay, looks like our serverless endpoint is now ready. Click on Query Data from the Serverless Dashboard landing page to launch the Amazon Redshift Query Editor v2. And then click on Serverless to connect to it using temporary credentials. Under Serverless, open Sample Data Dev database, which has placeholders for sample datasets we can load with a single click to get started easily. Let's click on the link to load the ticket dataset. This will automatically create a new ticket schema with ticket sales data and also provide sample queries for analyzing the data. Once the load completes, you can review the tables in Object Browser and run some analysis using the sample queries, like the top events by sales price and top buyers by quantity sold. The UI also makes it very easy to create new tables and bring your own data. Click Create Table and load from CSV. I will give it a delimited file I have on my local desktop. Query Editor automatically parses the columns with correct data types and applies automatic table optimization by default, which will assign appropriate encoding, distribution, and sorting. You can override these settings if needed and click Create Table. We can review the new customer table we just created and then click on Load Data. Browse and select the S3 bucket in your account having the source files. Select the appropriate IAM role, file format, compression, etc. and click Load Data. As we see, a copy command was automatically created and it executed successfully. We can query the customer table to spot check and confirm. You can also explore other useful features of Query Editor like multi-query execution, export data to CSV or JSON, charting, team collaboration, and native version control. This brings us to the end of the demo. Thanks for watching and please share your feedback.